My land, once rich and fruitful, has become the demise of its own people. The humming background noise of each tree, squealing in desperate rhythm, suffocates me with guilt. As the last well dries up, I am blinded by the glimmering eyes of my own kind. I'm surrounded by half-smiles, eyes of sorrow and disapproval. And yet I know I must depart and leave my own people behind. Between feelings of guilt, horror, and excitement, as I wave my last goodbye, I take a final glance at the soil of my first footsteps, the soil I once called home. As the sun sets, I begin my departure, one step at a time, towards der verborgene Horizont. As the hours pass by, the fading smell of burning pine trees is overpowered by a quiet whisper of damp roots. As I look around, what once was a familiar landscape has become warped. I deeply look at the only tree standing in front of me. A strange feeling of disorientation arises as I sharply analyze the soft chandeliers hanging from the branches of this strange tree. Yet my feeling of estrangement is overpowered by the burning sensation of my feet. I must rest. So I embrace this bizarre tree, using my only belonging, my dear blanket. I lay it on the moist ground and I sink into it. My back becomes heavy as it begins to rest on the thin trunk of this bizarre tree. As my eyes are about to close, I am met with the strongest beaming light coming from the dark sky. I am mesmerized. I cannot look away. As I continue looking into the light, I am transcended into a strange limbo, hearing the whisper of La Estrella for the first time.
My dear, your wandering has just begun. Every time your sorrow is so strong and your disorientation freezes you from taking the next step, make sure to always look up. I will be there, always guiding you. No mires atrás, no a ver sol alto.
As I am catapulted back from this strange meeting, I sense something has changed within me, yet I do not have the strength to ruminate further, as I instantly fall asleep from exhaustion. I am awoken by warm rays of light. A feeling of comfort and nourishment arises. As I eagerly look up, awaiting to meet La Estrella yet again, my eyes begin to burn. As a fountain of tears runs through my face, a realization surges. This must be a warning. I shall only travel by night. So I wait until the sun begins to set and head towards der verborgene Horizont. A natural shield crafted by the path has formed around my bare feet, my body becoming stranger and stranger each step I take. As I continue to meet more strange lands and creatures, I gain and lose parts of myself. Something has indeed changed. Resting yet again on the beam of a strange tree, I eagerly await the sun to set. I glance at the swamp near me and deeply inspect this unknown wetland. The murky water transforms into a beautiful landscape, formed by the glimmering rays of the sunset. As I face the water more closely, I see a reflection of myself. My face is overlaid by this fluid landscape, yet being cut by the glimmering flashes of light. What a strange creature I have become. As I am about to wonder about my strange transformation, I am stopped by a gushing light, La Estrella has shown face. As I enter the night, it begins to feel colder, the air becoming thick and moist as I continue my way. The verborgene horizont slowly begins to show face. As I deeply inspect it, I see a landscape of concrete blocks, rising starkly in repetitive lines. Surrounding this uncanny symmetrical landscape, I see clouds of mist rising from the ground. A knot forms in my stomach as I quickly realize this is where La Estrella is guiding me towards. How could my compass, my trusted guardian, lead me towards a sea of grey concrete and lifeless sky? As I look up, I scream towards the light. My trusted Estrella, how could you be guiding me towards my own demise? La Estrella does not answer. It only shines ever brighter than before. Not fully having lost my trust yet, I continue my path. Each step I take becomes harder and harder. My skin meets the fine drops falling from the dark clouds. The hairs of my body begin to rise as I approach this concrete land. The wind gushes at me in full force, shaking the panels of cement laying beneath me. I cross and I enter the verborgene horizont, meeting a distant pearly sound reminiscing of what once was my home. As my body, now drowning in fear, begins to shut down, I gather my strength to look up. There it is, La Estrella. The light beams into my eyes, and I am yet again catapulted into a limbo. As I'm floating, my inner self begins to break down, each piece of myself dismembered. I enter a state of ever becoming. I'm not here nor there. As I begin to dissolve, the sea of fear dries up and turns into strength. As my dismembered self dives deep into this water of resistance, I rise up. A limbo turns quiet, and there I meet La Estrella eye to eye. A buzzing sound fills up my ears as I deeply look into the dismembered celestial body. La Estrella finally speaks to me again and says,
My dear, we are threads of the same fabric, woven together and interlaced. You have almost met your last day on Earth in search of a new home. You have lost and gained, dissolved and became. Your skewed vision shows you holes and harsh stitches. My light shows you an ever-becoming, fluid net crafted by each step you take. On the corners of the net, there you meet your own kind, further uniting each thread. Some faces are familiar, some faces are not. You see, your kind does not only reside in the first soil you ever walked on.
As La Estrella begins to disintegrate and its light becomes weaker, it says,
Your existence is not a curse nor a mistake. As I end, you begin. As your light becomes brighter, clarity will arise. In an ever-becoming cycle, your celestial body will become the compass and guardian of the next wanderer. And yes, my dear, you too are a wanderer. No mires atrás, no a ver sol alto,